Hello, welcome to Movie Musters. Reacher continues its annoying slow burn in LA story. That said, this latest episode does set the pieces in place for an explosive season finale. Reacher continues its annoying slow burn in. The third season of Reacher is finally almost over after what's felt like more of a slow burn to an explosive finale than the past two rounds of episodes. It's not that there has been no action at all the last few weeks, but even the most diehard fans would admit that the dialogue has been circling the same drains for a few episodes now. Reacher wants vengeance, Duffy wants to save Teresa, Beck wants to protect his kid, Quinn wants to scorch the earth. The penultimate episode of the season pushes all of these motivations closer to a bloody conflict, but delays satisfaction for one more week. The key to how this season will end is in two lines from our heroes. First, there's the meme-worth declaration from Reacher, "I don't want justice, I want vengeance." Not long after, while arguing over how to complete the mission, Duffy says, "Never get distracted from the exact job at hand." She's speaking about saving Teresa, but the question is if her rescue mission and Reacher's vengeance quest can possibly both be satisfied. The episode opens with Duffy and Reacher planning for their trip to Los Angeles to get more info on the weapons deal about to go down in Maine. There's a bit of an awkward scene in which Duffy brings Reacher by the home of Teresa's grandmother. It's a manipulation that's not really needed this late in the season. We don't require another reason to care about Duffy, Reacher, or Teresa. It's interesting in that respect how much of this year has hinged on a character we've never met. It's a heavier lift for Richson and Cassidy, but they're strong actors in more ways than one. Meanwhile, Neagley is back. Everyone's favorite sidekick gets her biggest role of the season this episode as she gets fully entrenched in the saga of Bizarre Bazaar. While she's threatening someone for information on Quinn, Duffy and Reacher are doing research in a hotel room. They spot something on their surveillance footage of their LA mark that they can use, and then Reacher gets a good speech about how Teresa is now important to him because she's important to Duffy. She rips her shirt off and they finally hook up before a quick fade to black. After all that rising sexual tension, it all happens a bit quickly. Then Reacher and Duffy get their trip to the City of Angels, where they pressure a money launderer named Darien for info on the weapons deal. They extort him by using his fraudulent handicapped placard as a threat, another interesting way that the writers of Reacher draw moral lines. Reacher would never take a spot for handicapped people, that's what the villains of this world do. It's sometimes a bit black and white, but the show's Old West morality can be pretty charming too. Arguably the episode's best scene centers a meeting between Neagley and Beck. Anthony Michael Hall, too, gets his best material in the season to date here. She tells Beck that he's dead, and so is his son, if they help Quinn finish his plan. He's burned families after getting what he needed in the past, and he will burn the Beck family tree. The long-awaited Beck birthday bash is still on, even as the buyers for the weapons deal are coming from Yemen. Will Beck be Team Reacher's new man on the inside? He seems likely to get a redemption arc in the finale, but it's also possible he will have to sacrifice himself to save Richard. We also finally get to see Teresa. Quinn comes into where she's being held in a super creepy mood. He talks about potential assault and then injects the former junkie with drugs. One quick question here, what's the end game for Teresa in Quinn's mind? She's a sweetener for the weapons deal, but with everything collapsing and Quinn getting ready to burn everything and start over, would he really even keep her alive for the deal? Maybe he's worried about doing anything suspicious to sabotage the deal, but it feels a little convenient to the plot that the man who plays Russian roulette for fun hasn't just killed her by now. As the planning continues, Reacher and Duffy remind viewers what's at stake. The weapons deal is happening stateside so they don't have to be imported again, which means it's not just a deal but the first phase of a terrorist attack on US soil. Neagley understands the risk, but she's in, as is Villanueva. This season's four horsemen are going to ride into battle. Hall gets a good scene with his son about how he's been a bad father since his mother died and how the Quinn situation broke their relationship even further. While his character is being softened, this season's big bad is getting even more Bond villain drinking hard liquor and scowling in his office full of guns. He insists that Richard has to stay until the party is over, using him as one final chip to get the deal done. Beck says that the deal is going down at Bullhead Salvage Yard during the party, which is the final piece of information that Duffy and Villanueva want to bring in the ATF. Reacher is mad, but they know they need more than 4 tough guys to take down an international arms deal. A tense meeting with the ATF follows, at which Duffy gets reprimanded for how it's been handled so far. It's a scene that raises an interesting question as far as timelines. How long has the undercover ATF agent been dead? Not long enough for anyone to notice. Before she was uncovered, they were talking about Beck's birthday party, which hasn't happened yet, so it can't be too long ago. In fact, how long is this entire season? It's probably only been a few days since Reacher foiled a fake kidnapping. Reacher is sulking after being pushed out of the case by the ATF, but he has his own way to fix the problem. As the deal is about to go down, he exits the ATF van to set a sniper rifle on Quinn when Neagley calls. She's following the buyers, and they're not going to the salvage yard, they're going to Beck's house. The deal is happening at the party. And that's where this season is sure to end. At a very Reacher birthday bash. Stray observations. Am I the only Reacher fan who just discovered that our favorite muscular hero was a contestant on American Idol back in season 3? Yes, he can sing too. Drop what you're doing and watch him croon "Sunshine of My Life" to Paula Abdul. Producers this season are into the headcoats, dropping another track by the band on their way out of this episode. Full-time plagiarist. Anyone predicting a surprise in the finale? It feels like they've been setting the table so long that we know exactly how the meal is going to be served. Duffy saves Teresa, Reacher has a showdown with Paulie and then kills Quinn. And then our Bruce Banner hits the road again. It would be nice if there was a twist in the finale, but Reacher isn't really that kind of show. It's about the details, not the drama. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching.